The young, she's only 19 years old, singer and songwriter Billie Eilish, a phenomenally successful artist, so much so that she was selected to be the voice of the last Bond theme. She's this week told the American interviewer Howard Stern some really concerning things. Now, as you might know if you're a viewer of this channel, I don't really get dragged into celebrity gossip all that often. But what she said, I think, was frankly concerning and a damning indictment of the state of society, modern society, that we live in across the West, not just the UK. But she told the show that watching pornography at the age of 11, being of the generation, of course, that hasn't known life without the internet, and she said the violent nature of that content really destroyed her brain. That's her quote. Now, a Bernardo's report, a children's charity, actually found that there's a rise across the board in kids being exposed to increasingly out there pornography. Now, Eilish explains how this actually led her not saying no to things that were not good, because she was supposed to be attracted to some of the extreme acts undertaken by the performers in this extreme pornography that she'd watched. Now, folks, for me, my heart goes out to Eilish. I dare say we're going to see the effects of a 24-hour on-demand generation in which you can order sex as easily as you can order a Chinese takeaway, swipe and right and all the rest of it, or a pizza with just the tap of a smartphone. This generation has allowed, well, it's been allowed essentially, to just traipse through the internet with these lofty ideas defending such actions about the freeing nature of the World Wide Web, only to realise that there was a child exposed to content that wasn't at all age appropriate. And that's caused lasting damage to children, not just like Billie Eilish, many children, I would hazard a guess. Now, in bringing about this conversation with, it has to be said, international reach, Billie Eilish has released a torrent of those, I guess, coming forward arguing that actually you're denying women of their agency and condemning pornography, and actually completely missing the fact, in my view, that of course men are in pornography as well. Men watch pornography at early ages. Men come up with these ideas that actually it's acceptable to do that to women or indeed to men. I don't accept the argument, though, that it's somehow denying agency and all the rest of it. I wouldn't ban pornography. Some have argued for that. I wouldn't ban pornography between two consenting adults. But I would say that there need to be more significant safeguards, right? My generation, we had the watershed. The last generation before mine had the watershed. I was made to go to bed, right, before the likes of Big Brother and TV's other sex-heavy content on the television came on. I think we need similar shields on the internet as well. Nothing is remotely freeing or beneficial about young girls and boys learning about sex from porn that convinces them that violence is desirable, normal, or permissible. You know, I actually do agree with calls to place age restrictions on the internet. And I know it comes with risks that there'll be potential security breaches in which the tastes of the adult population are potentially subject to embarrassing leaks, ransomware attacks, and all of the rest of it. But I'm not convinced that those arguments are as important as the very real threat to the well-being of children by the exposure to this kind of content. And actually, folks, ultimately, I'm afraid you've got to ask the question. You've got to ask, where are the parents? Where the hell are the parents in all of this? Right? Let me know in the comment section if you agree with me and if you don't agree with me.